Rainbows for All Children has a vast network and community of passionate individuals who herald our mission to provide free peer support groups to youth around the world. We got the opportunity to sit and chat with some of them through a series of interviews. Welcome to the Rainbows Chats. After the storm, we shine.
Hi, I'm Rory Seider. I am a middle school social studies teacher in Niles, Park Ridge, Illinois. I also coach boys tennis at Niles North High School in Skokie, and I'm married with 3 daughters as well. I saw in our newsletter kind of a call for facilitators for Rainbows. It spoke to me for really two main reasons. The first reason is I'm an alumni of Rainbows. My parents were divorced when I was a child, and I was lucky enough to be a part of a Rainbows group. I had 30-something years ago, so in the 90s, so it was a long time ago. I really did benefit from being in that group. And then the more recent thing that spoke to me really was a close friend of mine passed away, almost 10 years ago now, and he has 3 children. And unfortunately, I've known a few other people who've lost parents to various reasons. And both of those things, when I saw the newsletter, I'm a pretty busy person. I'm married with 3 daughters and an active life. But I said, you know what, this is an opportunity. It was like speaking to me. So I decided, I'm like, you know what, I'm going to reach out and see where I can help and if I can help and be a part of what's taking place. And I worked with some younger kids for the first time. And since I teach older kids, I wasn't sure how it was going to go. But it really, it was refreshing with their energy and kind of optimism and knowing a little bit about their stories before I went in and just still seeing how they were just kids and happy to be a part of another group. I could see that they responded to each other really well when they were listening to each other's stories, whether it matched theirs exactly or not. It was that connection of, and you probably hear this a lot, is, hey, I'm not the only one going through this. And you can see it for real. And at one point we broke up into 2 little groups, and there was like 3 or 4 boys in my group, and just kind of had to ask them, I'm like, what would you tell a new person coming to our group? What is Rainbows like, and what benefit or what would they get out of it? And all of them were just kind of said the exact same thing, because we try to make it fun, especially for the younger kids. They have to want to come back and not feel like they're at school or something like that, alongside getting through some important things. So they said they have fun. There's opportunities to have fun. And then they said it's nice to be able to express our emotions. Like, there's a little kid saying this, like a younger kid, I think he was 9 or 10 at the time. And he's like, I can express my emotions about how I'm feeling, and I don't get judged by like anybody else. So when he said that, I could see it in his face. It was like I'm like, this is important what we're doing. It's just always heart-wrenching hearing some kids talking about their parents or, about their father who they lost. And me being a parent, like, you're fighting back tears of, like, because I'm imagining my children saying this or missing out on their family. And so just as much as it's a rewarding experience and the kids are able to share that voice, it's hard to hear, just doesn't matter how old you are, because your heart goes out to them and their families. It was a long time ago. I mean, it was when I was in 6th, 7th, 8th grade. I'm a little bit older than that now. So like very specific details I don't remember, but and this is what I even take with me as a teacher. I know how I feel about it. So I know there's like a famous quote, something like, they might not remember what you said, but they remember how they make you feel. And I know that I felt good about going to that group, and I felt good when I think back upon the group. I do remember the kids in my group. One or two I still am in communication with. I see around every once in a while. You know, we went to school later on together. And I do remember my facilitator. And it's interesting because I went to a Catholic school, and there was divorced families, of course, but it wasn't the norm. So I think that's maybe why they decided to do the group. And the long story is the priest who ran the group was married prior and was divorced, or however that worked out. So he had his own experiences with, even as a priest. So it was just, and he was an awesome person. Like, he was a regular, normal person. So it was like a joy to kind of go to that space. This is cliche, but you're not alone. Everybody's story is different and unique, but whether you're dealing with loss or you're not dealing with loss, everybody has their own struggles. But your struggles are real and they're hard to deal with. Keep going. It's important work. You can know you're helping somebody, and just a little bit that can help make you feel good, and that's okay. And spreading that joy is a good thing, I think.
Thanks for watching this installment of the Rainbows Chats. Follow us on social media and join our mission of creating communities of young people who are facing loss and uncertainty so that no one has to grieve alone. Together, we can create a world where after the storm, we shine.